Well, it was largely thought that this move would be essentially hold over the heads of Capitol Hill to say either move forward on cap and trade legislation or we're going to move forward on regulatory moves like this. Charles, this is the first step, but it could continue.
Look, it's blackmail, a way of saying to Congress, either you do cap and trade or we're going to do cap, no trade. We're going to regulate every aspect of American life. This is, the EPA now has in its power, and perhaps it will enact it over time, to intrude into every aspect of American life. I mean, essentially what it can do is to regulate emissions from any institution, any enterprise, any apartment block that emits more than 250 tons of CO2 in a year, which is a very low level. It says it's going to raise that much higher, but it doesn't have the authority to actually raise it. So it can regulate every aspect of American life. It really is what Václav Klaus, the president of the Czech Republic, said. This is environmentalism is a new socialism, as a way for the feds, for the best and the brightest in the federal government to regulate all aspects of life. It used to be in the name of socialism, which was social equality. Now it's in the name of the planet. It's a smart strategy on the part of the left, but it is a hell of a way to do it. If you want to do it, at least you do it by the consensus of Congress. If you do it by regulation, there is going to be a revolution on the administration's hands.
Charles, is there any evidence that there's anything but global warming taking place, and that as responsible leaders that we should take some action?
There's a huge amount of contrary evidence, and the problem is that there are active elements of suppression in this, and that raises a question as to whether you can trust what is called a consensus, which is a forced consensus of suppression, boycotting, and of scapegoating people who are dissenters.
I'm going to have to suppress this panel, but